Hello, welcome to the discussion of Carl Pearson's correlation coefficient. Today I'll be discussing about how to calculate Carl Pearson coefficient of correlation using the assumed mean method. This is a part of Unit 4 of correlation and regression analysis. As I have discussed in my earlier video, how you have to calculate the Pearson correlation coefficient for any series of data. Today especially I will discuss about the assumed mean method. Now, when we are having two series of data based on two variables x and y, many times while calculating the mean, we can see that the mean values are coming in decimal. And if the mean are coming in decimal, to calculate the value of dx, which is x minus x bar, or even to calculate the value of dy, which is y minus y bar, if these means are coming in decimal, definitely the value of dx, dy all will be in decimal, and then squaring it up dx square and then dy square and even dx dy, all these values will be very, very big in decimal, and it's become a tedious job. To avoid that type of situation, normally we use a method which is called assumed mean method. The basic difference in assumed mean method is rather than calculating the actual mean, we can assume any mean, any value from the series of the observation of the variable x or y as our mean, which is like we are assuming this is as a mean. So the formula will be slightly changed. You know, normally our formula for correlation coefficient R is equals to summation dx dy divided by square root of summation dx square into summation dy square, where dx is equals to x minus x bar. But for this type of assumed mean, this formula will be slightly changed. Here the dx is nothing but x minus the assumed mean. Therefore, this formula will not be applicable. Rather than you will apply capital N, which is the number of pair of observations, into dx dy. Here the dx is x minus assumed mean, dy is y minus assumed mean, and the formula we have, this is the formula we'll be using. So let's see this particular case with an example. Find the correlation coefficient between cost and sales. So cost in lakhs of rupees given and sales is lakhs of rupees are given. And here we have not calculated directly the mean value, because the mean, if we calculate adding all these value, it is coming in decimal. Similar way, the mean for this y series also coming in decimal. To avoid that, what I have taken my assumed mean as for the x series, I have taken 65. What I mean to say, from the values of this x series, you can take any value as your assumed mean. So my assumed mean here is 65. Now you can ask me why you have taken 65, why not 82, why not 39, or why not 100? You can basically take any value as your assumed mean. Maybe it is present in the series, may not be present in the series. It will not impact your result. Similar way, in the series of y, I have taken another value which is 58 as my assumed mean. If you see here, it is 58 is there. But once again, I am repeating, you may not take any value from this series. You can take any value as your assumed mean for y. So the next thing is, we will calculate the value of dx. Normally, I actually write it d dashed x just to avoid the confusion between x minus actual mean is dx and x minus assumed mean as d dashed x. Though in this formula I have used dx only. I have not used d dashed x. So let's just think dx is equals to x minus 65, calculated all the values. So 39 minus 65 is minus 26. 65 minus 65 is 0, 62 minus 65 minus 3, 90 minus 65, 25. Same way I have calculated all of them. One thing is to notice here the summation of dx, if you are taking assumed mean, it may not necessarily will come as 0. But if you take actual mean, definitely sum of dx and sum of dy, both of they will come as 0. But when you are taking assumed mean, it may come 0, it may not come 0. Okay. Now here y minus y bar, so 47 minus 58 is coming minus 11, 53 minus 58 minus 5. Same way we'll do it. After that, the process is quite similar, only the formula is different. So x minus x bar whole square, I have squared all the values, 26 square, 0 square, 3 square is 9, like that. Added the value and I have got 5389. Similarly, y minus y bar, we have squared all the value, 11 square is 121, 5 square 25, 0 square 0, like that, and I have added and I have got the value as 2864. The next column will be dx dy. Dx dy is x minus x bar into y minus y bar. I have multiplied these two columns, x and x minus x bar, y minus y bar. And you can see the values and I have added and I got 2704. I will apply now in the formula. So let's just have a look. Therefore correlation coefficient R is equals to n. N in our case, there are 10 values, 10 pair of observations, so n is 10. Summation of dx dy, summation of dx dy, we have got it as 2704. So 10 into 2704 minus summation dx has come as 0, summation dy has come as 80. So 0 into 80. Entire thing divide by square root of n is again 10, summation dx square is 5389 minus of summation dx whole square, which is summation dx is 0 whole square. Entire thing minus, we have to, this is actually, this should be into, this is not minus, this will be our multiplication. So now we will do n into again 10 into summation dy square, which is 2864 minus of 80 whole square. Therefore, after calculating the values, we will see, so 10 into 2704 will give us 27040 minus 0, so it will be as it is. Then entire thing will calculate and will get the value as 0.710. So this is a value is positive, therefore we can tell it's a high correlation and it's a positive correlation between cost and cells. So let's just have a quick thing how the coefficient of correlation will be lying between -1 to +1. If there is a perfect correlation between two variables, the value will be +1. If there is an inverse perfect relation, the value will be -1. The next thing is value near -1 indicates strong negative linear relationship, and if it is +1, then there is a strong positive linear relationship. And the closer the value of correlation coefficient is 0, that means there is a very weak or negligible relationship. So that's all about how to calculate the Curl-Pearson coefficient of correlation. I'll just quickly change the formula, that is actually into multiplied by this. So please keep in mind that formula I have copied. So basically this is multiplication. That's all. In my next video, I'll be discussing about rank correlation, which is done by Spearman. Thank you.